There we go. Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I was just going to say to our Tuesday night team Zoom, but it is Thursday this week, which I totally lost track of which day it was, but so excited to have you guys with us. This is something that for everybody who's brand new. Oh, and by the way, my name is Crystal Pearl. I'm your ambassador, Diamond Upline. This is my husband.
What's happening? I'm
Josh Pearl. And this is something that we do every single week, and it's just really our time to kind of come together as a team, share ideas, ask questions, so on and so forth. We really try to use these weekly team Zooms as times to really give you the meat and potatoes, we like to call it. We love to give you skills. We love to give you things that you can take away with you during the week and really put into your business, actual tools that you can use to help you grow your business. So we're super excited about our weekly Zooms. This week it's on Thursday. Like I said, it's usually on Tuesday nights. So for any of you who are newer to our team, you can schedule that on your calendar. Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central. We do this every single week. Okay, I'm getting a couple. Am I frozen? Oh,
it's hard.
I know.
There they are.
Tell us a joke. Oh, do you want to know a joke? I actually have one today.
Oh, okay.
What is a tree's least favorite month? Do you give up?
I do.
September.
All right, we're back. Can you guys hear us?
Oh, thank God you're back.
You guys are on for 10 seconds, and this is what we come back to.
All right.
This is telling her joke of the day.
I saw that. That's awesome. I don't know. I don't even know what just happened there. My computer just hates me, and my internet hates me. So,
We're rolling with it. We keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can build this business from anywhere, right? As long as you have perception.
So all I was saying, I don't know where I froze, but thank you guys for being flexible with us this week and moving to Thursday. We're super excited, and it just makes sense that we get together today to kick off a new month. Are you guys pumped up for June? Oh my gosh. I am so excited, and I'm so excited for the new month. Summer is one of my favorite times it's all my favorite time to build the business, but I love building my business through the summer. And I will tell you, this promotion that they just rolled out today, you guys, this is going to be so huge for our business. And one thing that I love is that, the past 2 summers, the promotion has been get a spot on the cruise. And this year they're not doing the cruise. Who knows if they'll be coming out with something different down the road. But I love that they gave us a promotion instead that we could use to help us not just earn a spot on a vacation, which the cruise was absolutely amazing, don't get me wrong, but they gave us a promotion that can really help us to build our business and can really help us to focus on what we're supposed to be doing anyways, and that is getting new distributors on our team and helping them to get their first few customers. So all of you guys have probably by now heard the announcement of what the promotion is for June, so I'm not going to go into it too much. But Go and Go Fast bonuses have been extended. If you have gotten a Go bonus and you lose it, you have the opportunity to get it back. So that's really awesome for us. But one thing that's really cool is for any new distributors that we're bringing on right now, if they get their first few customers, they're going to get a $100 shopping spree. So if they get their first 4 customers in their 30 days, they're going to get a $100 shopping spree that they can use towards anything that they want. So they can use it towards apparel, which is really cool. That's never been an option before. Or, they can use it towards products that they can go ahead and sell and make more wrap cash and more of a profit. So super exciting promotion. For us, one thing just for you guys to understand, this is new DTs through August 31st is what I remembered reading on the rules. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I remembered reading. No, that's something else.
Okay, never mind.
But one thing that I love about this promotion, guys, just so you guys understand, is this is going to help us to get those fast start bonuses because it's going to give our new distributors something to shoot for. And it's something that, we used to have once our new distributors got their 4 customers, they got that $100 or the $120 that they could use towards free product. which was awesome. And I loved it because it gave them a goal. It gave them something to go after. So we haven't had this in a while, and I love this promotion because, like I said, it just gives them something small to focus on. Get those first 4 customers in your first 30 days. They're going to get their shopping spree, and it's going to help us to get those $100 fast start bonuses. So super, super exciting promotion. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be huge.
I think it's huge, just like she said, having something for the newbies to focus on, because sometimes newbies come in and they're like, oh my gosh, $10,000 bonus in diamond, that sounds amazing. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, whoa, that diamond chart looks pretty freaking like crazy. And so that's overwhelming. And maybe they get discouraged because there's not much happening or whatever. But for something like just a small goal, something just to kind of, get them 4 customers or whatever, and be rewarded for that, that's amazing. Because to go to diamond, all it is repeating them steps, getting them 4 customers. And yeah, so it's something smaller. I think it's awesome for newbies to focus on.
Absolutely. And one thing I love about it too is it helps us to give our new distributors their first win. We always talk about that, find out what your new distributors want, whether it's $100 a month, $200 a month starting out, whatever it is, find out what that first small goal is, because if we can help them to do that, that's going to give them a win. And when they get a win, they see that the system works. And so, it's just awesome because, like I said, it's a setup goal, set up for them. Corporate pays that $100 shopping spree out to them. We don't have to do anything extra as an incentive to our new distributors. So it's just an awesome promotion. And before we kind of hop into the Zoom and what we're going to be chit-chatting about tonight, I'm super excited about it. But I just want to start with really encouraging you guys to really set a game plan of what you plan to do for your business this summer. I said earlier, I don't know if I cut out or not, but one of my favorite times to build this business is summer. And the reason is because it's such an awesome, awesome opportunity for the people who are taking their business serious. Because here's the deal. In starting this month, moms and dads that have kiddos are coming home from school. Life's going to be a lot different. There's going to be a lot more distractions. There's summer parties going on all the time. There's sports, there's activities. Life just gets crazy. Here in Minnesota, the weather gets nice for like 3 months. So we kind of just forget about everything and just want to be outside all the time. And life gets crazy. And with that, a lot of distractions come. So the reality is that the majority of people in the summer, they do not focus on their business. They let their business slip, and they just are kind of out thinking about different things. Well, here's the deal. For those people that decide that they are going to commit to their business during the summer and they're going to work their business during the summer, all those other It Works distributors that are off being unfocused on their business, they're not working. So those people that are working, they have a huge advantage during the summer to meet people, meet potentials, network, build their business, be that It Works person. Because let's face it, it's the summer. Fat fighters are going to be huge. Talking about fat fighters with people, wraps, obviously, always, greens, and there's so many opportunities to network and meet new people through the summer. So it is the absolute best time to build your business. So make sure that you're setting a game plan for yourself. We were talking earlier that, sometimes just because life around you happens and it makes your goals seem harder to get because maybe there are distractions or different things going on, that doesn't mean that the goal changes. It just means that the game plan changes. So if life is going to look a little different for you over the next 3 months as we move into summer, that's okay. Just be intentional about figuring out what is your plan. When are you going to work? What are you committed to doing for your business every single day? Write it out, put it on a checklist, whatever works for you. But do something so that you have something to keep yourself on track every single day, and make that commitment to yourself. Because if you do, I promise you, you will see the benefits throughout, not only the summer, but throughout all of next year because of the work that you've done during the summer. So I'm excited. I'm so excited to see who's with us, who's ready to push, and who's ready to fight. And it's going to be an awesome summer, guys. Like I've told a lot of people this. I don't know what it is, but we are in special times with this business right now. There is a lot of big things happening with this company, and it's about to get crazy. So I'm so excited for Green Carpet. I'm so excited to see what the next year brings. But like I said, those people that are putting in the work now, those are going to be people that see the benefits in the year to come. So we're so excited.
A cool story, maybe you've heard of the Tweeds. Last year, the Tweeds were not in the top 50. They were doing very well with this company or whatever, but I don't even believe they weren't ambassador yet. They weren't even ambassador. But bottom line, here just at conference this past year, they were in the top 10. That's somebody that did not take a break through the summer, and they saw the benefits from it, like insane. I looked at him, I was like, damn, I didn't know you guys were tearing this business up. So just getting to know them guys just this past year and watching their business grow the way it did and them see the benefits of the work that they put in, rather than getting a little distracted or, whatever pops up through the summer, the distractions, instead of making excuses, they made results. They went out there and took action. They got it done. There's plenty of excuses, but excuses don't make it right. Them excuses ain't getting you any closer to diamond, double diamond, whatever your goal is. So the people that do not make excuses, the people that keep putting one foot in front of the other, like Crystal said, change the plan, not the goal. Them are the people that are going to be getting there. They're going to see the reward. So, and it's exciting to see that.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm super excited because we have a special guest on with us tonight. Johnny, are you on?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Good, awesome. I'm super excited to have you on. You just have so much energy all the time, and it's just contagious. Yeah. So we love it. And it's actually really funny. I'm going to have you introduce yourself to everybody, for everybody who doesn't know you, but funny story, and I told Natalie this when she was on, but we were in Arizona, I think, at the boot camp. And so funny, we're sitting by the pool, and Josh was in the man cave, I think, and he had one of your videos on playing. And I was like, who is this guy? He is so excited and so fired up. I've never heard of him. And then I think we found out that weekend that you were on our team. And it was so funny because I had always said, one of my biggest things that I want to happen one day is I want just a fired up rock star to be on our team, and I don't even know it. And I just find out that they're on our team. So that was kind of a fun story for us.
That was awesome. No, Johnny's somebody that let's just say, you wise follow the wise. So you're in there tearing it up in the man cave looking for inspiration or, who's doing what. And there I am just day after day checking out the man cave, and Johnny's name just keeps popping up. He's got these videos. He's creating excitement in there. He's the life of the party in there. He's got some fire in him. So if you want the fire, you gotta rub against that fire. You gotta find the fire. So Johnny's definitely on fire, and we brought him on to share with you guys.
Yeah, so if you can just start by introducing yourself and sharing a little bit about your story.
Sure, definitely. So just so you guys do know beforehand, I am Johnny Jumpman. I'm Johnny D, but Johnny Jumpman is kind of how I branded myself. But I'm a double diamond with the company. Been with the company for a year. And just so you guys know, I took a nap, and I made sure I got coffee before I did this. So I'm going to make sure I'm really, really hyped up for you guys.
Awesome.
No, we started with the company about a year ago. Very, very skeptic, to be perfectly honest with you, coming out of it. That was just me. I have a lot of friends that have tried multi-level marketing. They tried network marketing. None of them are made. They've no money. I've watched all kinds of them join different businesses, and I've been like, yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So Natalie actually had an opportunity to do a photo shoot for a local magazine, which kind of showcases local business owners. And she found out 3 days beforehand that she was going to be on the cover. And for about a year and a half, she had this girl that was just nagging her. You got to try one of these reps. You got to try one of these reps. Well, we're both fitness people. We've both been in the gym, competing, personal trainers. We believe in hard work, going to the gym. You got to diet. You got to bust it. That's how it's going to happen. There's no rap out there that's going to make it work. So she figures, you know what? What the heck? Let's just try it. What's the worst case scenario? It doesn't work, and I'm still in the same place I'm in. So she gets the wrap, she tries it, and was blown away by the results. She was like, I don't want to buy these things. I want to sell them. Okay. I'm like, so I sit back, babe, you do what you're going to do. I went through nursing school, and I've grown a big network over the years and have been a bartender as well, got into club management. And that was always my thing. So when we actually started with the business, I was managing a nightclub and was bartending on my off nights. I was working 80, 90, 100 hours a week. I didn't care what I had to do. I just, hey, you do what you're doing. I support you, but I don't really want any part of it, be perfectly honest with you. But then I kept seeing her. She kept doing better. And I think it was at the time they were doing a $500 Ruby bonus. and she hit that Ruby and hit the Ruby bonus. And she's like, babe, I made a 4-figure paycheck. And I'm like, wait, you got a comment in that paycheck? What's up with that? So yeah, of course, naturally, I mean, as a guy, and I'm very money hungry. I'm like, okay, well, maybe we can do something with this. And initially we wanted $500 a month. That's it. Hey, if we can make $500 a month extra, that's great. Cause you know what? That pays the car payment. That puts gas in the tank. That pays the grocery bill. That covers whatever. There's the little odds and ends. Maybe I can take an extra day off from work. I'm working every single day. So I'm looking at it like that. And then I started thinking, well, if I can make an extra 500 and we're making an extra 1,000, that would really, really benefit us. So the next month, she pushed me. I actually missed my $500 Ruby bonus. But I ended up promoting to Ruby the next month. And I was working the business in the aspect of I was very supportive. I was trying to help her. I was, being a personal trainer, I was talking to friends. I was getting people kind of into the business, getting her some clients. I was getting some of our friends to jump on the business, but I wasn't really pushing it. And then we had a 1 team, 1 mission. So guys, I'm going to tell you, if you can get to an event, if you're skeptical, get to an event. God, it will change your life. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Like, get to an event. And we went to a 1 team, 1 mission, and we're very fortunate. Our 1 team, 1 mission that was here was big. I mean, there was like 250 people in the room, and you get a group of like-minded people together, the energy is contagious. And all I wanted to do, we had 2 people that were with us, and both of them, they were like, yo, I want to sign up right now. They had no idea about the business. That's the importance of events, especially 1 team, 1 mission. So if you've got potentials, get them there as well with you, because they will. They'll sign up. They walked out. They want to sign up in the parking lot. They're like, yo, sign me up right now. So I seen the vision, and I got to meet Carrie and Tay, and I got to meet a couple of other people that were in the business as well. And you find somebody that you relate to whenever they're speaking, and you start relating your story with theirs, and that's what makes you catch the vision. So after that point, we just started working. My work had actually picked up, but I stayed making sure I was posting. And Natalie was really, really working the business. And still at this point, I was doing things where she was more or less working the business. She was still bartending for me actually at the time as well. And she was putting more focus into the business than I was. But I was still making sure I was talking to people. I was being consistent. I think I signed up 1 of my bar managers. I signed up 3 of the bartenders that I worked with. I signed up customers. Like, hey, I'm one of those people, if you come within 5 foot of me, I'm going to talk to you about the business. That's the bartender in me. I'm going to talk to you about the business. It's just how it is. And we hit our 7 months in January, and Natalie had actually promoted to Diamond. And I just decided, you know what? I was like, maybe we need to go full time with this. And she told me, well, we can cover the bills. So just quit. Her goal from the start was, I want to bring you home. I want you to come home. I'm tired of you working 100 hours a week. I want to be with you. I want to spend time with you. How are we going to have a family and raise a family if you're working 100 hours a week? It's just not going to work. And guys, I'm not exaggerating when I say I was working 100 hours a week. I was working 16-hour days. Managing a nightclub is not simple. It's not easy. There's always something going on. There's all kinds of problems. There's meetings. It's crazy. So 7 months into it, she was able to retire me come February. I mean, it's just been a snowball effect from there. February, I double promoted and hit Diamond. We hit double Diamond a month ago. We've made a massive amount of money in bonuses this year. And it's just like, it's the reality that when you see people and you hear these stories and you hear people tell their stories about how they've eliminated all their debt and how they've just changed their life and they get that financial freedom and they get the freedom to stay and just be home and live life on their own terms, man, that's what I wanted. And sure enough, it happened. And now I'm just at a point to where all I do is I live this company. I breathe this company. I am obsessed. I'm not even going to lie. I am very, very obsessed with this company. But you got to be obsessed or you're going to be average. And that's just the honest to God's truth. So that's kind of a little bit about my story and how I got started.
Absolutely. I love it. It's so awesome. Do you have any questions for me?
I do. So what piqued your interest about this business? Was it the dollars? Was it the money that you seen coming in? Was it what did you like about the products? What was it? What was it that really drug you in?
Sure. Combination. The money for sure. The money is great. The bonus structure is great. The compensation plan is great. There is a lot of potential to make a lot of money with this company. And I am all about money. I am one of the biggest reds you will ever meet. It's very, very funny. I actually used to be very green. I wanted to research everything. So I did. When we started the business, I'm over here and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do some research. I researched the compensation plan. I wanted to know about the charting. I wanted to know about the company. I researched Mark Pentecost. I wanted to know his background and what he's doing. Is this a scam? What are we doing here? I want to know what we're getting involved in. And I mean, everything was legit. Everything checked out. Like, you can make a lot of money with this company if you're willing to work hard. Because I'm going to tell you, you're not going to make any money in this company if you're not willing to work hard. This is if you want to make money, you've got to look at this full time, and you can't make excuses. And the other big thing too was the quality of the products. Being fitness nuts, we're very, very huge on organic and eating, and very big on holistics. I do not want to put something in my body that I don't agree with. I will not use a product that I will not ever recommend a product to somebody that I won't use. So when we got started, that was my thing. I'm like, all right, well, Nat, you're going to get started. I want to try some of the products. After I tried my first wrap, I was like, all right, I like this. This is dope. And then it's just a trickle effect. I'm using the greens. I'm using the probiotics. So I just started replacing some of the supplements that I was already using. And the fact that a lot of the products are vegan friendly, I am not a vegan. I'm a meat eater. Let me tell you guys, I am a meat eater. But the fact that they are vegan friendly products, we don't discriminate when it comes to the market. And that's big for me too. I want to hit every single person that there is out there. And I mean, we've got something for people for weight loss, for weight gain. We've got stuff for people that don't care to be in the gym. We got, we have a product that is a one-of-a-kind flagship product. There's a million companies out there selling meal replacement shakes. There's a million companies out there selling supplements for pre-workout and supplements for weight loss. We have a product that nobody else has. Yeah, you can buy a sweat wrap or a water wrap at Walmart. Our product isn't a water wrap. It's not. I've done research on it. That was the green in me. I researched 20 hours on the wrap. I want to know why it works the way it works. And sure enough, I mean, again, that seeing what we have and the potential of it, that elevated me to want to go full force with it. And that's really kind of helped us take off.
Belief will release your full potential. Your belief is through the roof. It's awesome. Love your story, man. Absolutely phenomenal.
So what are you guys doing, like, as far as your building? You guys, I know you talk about social media a lot in your videos and stuff. Is that the main way that you guys are kind of building right now?
We do. I am a social media junkie. I research algorithms like crazy. I'm very, very fortunate. I do have some friends that do social media for Fortune 500 companies. So they have access to these softwares that actually read every weight, every logistic, every metric. They will tell you why this is doing this, why a live video is doing this, why your status is doing this, words, the link to the status, the link, everything that you could possibly think of. And it's always been an interest to me. From the get-go, actually going back to my bartending days, I branded myself as a bartender through social media. I was a fire and a flare bartender. I like to bar and fire in front of you. I juggle behind the bar. I'm literally a clown behind the bar. That's what I do. I should have worked for Barnum and Bailey. I tell people that all the time. Like, I juggled, and that's what I do. So I branded myself. Everybody knew me as that. So when I came into this, and it was one of those things where, again, stepping into the next part of my life, the success I had from self-branding was so huge that I took a lot of the stuff that I learned from bartending, naturally coming from having a nursing background as well, and going through school and having a bachelor's degree and being a registered nurse and having some medical credentials. I'm educated in the aspect of understanding why the products work the way they do. And I do have that knowledge of being able to explain to certain people, plus having the personal training background. But the social media aspect of things really came from the bartending, and the branding was huge. I figured if I could brand myself as somebody in this company, then it would grow from there. I do blitz people. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I do not have a great outcome from blitzing. I talk to people all the time. Everybody at my Starbucks knows that I sell It Works. Everybody at Publix knows that I sell It Works, at the grocery store. Everybody, if you know me, you know what I do. And I've gotten to the point to where I do try to go to a different Starbucks if I go to grab coffee, just because, again, everybody knows me. But branding is super important, and social media is the best way to brand yourself. I haven't had a lot of great return from blitzing people. I hear some of the stories of, we got a girl on our team, she blitzes, she signed like 35 loyal customers last month, and she just talks to people. That's what she does. Blitzing works great for some people. It doesn't work great for me. I'm purely social media because of my background. I've always cared about social media. But one thing I will tell you guys is, at the end of the day, likes don't pay your bills. So you can be great at social media. You can be the best person. You can have everybody in the world that likes and comments on your stuff. But at the end of the day, this is how I always look at it. And this is what I say. And I actually did a video about this. So you got your social media. Your social media here is an ATM machine, we'll just say. All right. You got your basic social media, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Snapchat. That is an ATM machine. Guys, there's so much money to be made there. It is there. It's just there for the taking, all right? Then you got this thing over here that's called Messenger, all right? Your Messenger is actually your ATM card, all right? You got the ATM card with Messenger. You got the ATM machine. So what do you got to do in order to make money off of social media? You got to take that ATM card. You got to plug it into the social media. Social media is going to plant those seeds the Messenger is going to plant those seeds for you. The social media is going to help water it. So you got your social media as your ATM machine. You got your Messenger as your ATM card. Now the script and what you actually say to people is the PIN number. So you, at the end of the day, you have to be messaging people. You have to be messaging people. It is crucial to message people, but message with a purpose. Build relationships. I am huge on building relationships. I don't send out messages. I don't mass message people at all. I just don't do it. I am purely built on building relationships with people and talking with them. So this is how I have found personally that has really, really worked for me as far as for the scripting, so to speak, the scripting aspect, because I talk to everybody like they're my best friend. I don't care if I just met you, if I don't know you, if you are my best friend, I talk to every single person the same. And by giving that comfort to them, that's, again, we're talking about Messenger, and what you're saying is the PIN number. Guys, that's how you're getting the money out. And that's how it is. So your social media is the ATM machine. You got your Messenger, which is your ATM card. What you're saying to people is the PIN number that you're actually putting in. So I'm going to ask you guys, what happens if you put the wrong PIN number in? ATM machine eats your card. What happens if you're saying the wrong things? You ain't making no money. So you got to really, really learn to utilize that Messenger. Because again, social media is great, but at the end of the day, social media itself, scrolling through the news feed, is not income producing. Building relationships is income producing, and learning to say the right things. Of course, there's a lot of trial and error in it and learning how you want to talk, but at the end of the day, talk to everybody like your best friend. Social media is a money maker. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, those are the three that I use. Facebook being more relevant. Snapchat for me in recent has been really relevant. I sent yesterday, I think I couldn't even message people on Facebook because my Snapchat was like 60 messages deep all day long. I was sitting here nonstop, just Snapchat. So yeah, I'm a social media junkie, that's for sure.
Phenomenal, man.
That's awesome.
Stuff.
I want 60 messages on my Snapchat.
All right, I have one quick for you because I know you're in the middle of
Hold on. Can you hold your thought
Nope,
before you go on to the
I
next
can't.
thing? You gotta. I wanted to comment on that because I think it's really good what you said about. Well, I always say to people, like, you know, there's the saying, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and I so disagree to that because there's so many times that people just send out unthoughtful message, copy and paste, no personality, whatever, and they could be your next rock star.
Mm-hmm.
So really take the time, and I love what you said too. It's going to take trial and error. That doesn't mean that your messages are going to be spot on, but always be looking for ways to tweak them. Always be looking for ways to improve them so they get better and better and better. And then also too, you know, just going back to the Blitz card, one thing I wanted to touch on that, you know, I was brought into this business through a Blitz card, but I'm the same way. And we've talked about this on a lot of team Zooms. You know, we don't get a lot from just going out and handing out Blitz cards. What we get more from is going out and getting people on Facebook or connecting with them in some way. Are you on Snapchat? Are you on Instagram? So then we have the opportunity to build a relationship and build a friendship. But, you know, if you're out there, go ahead and give your Blitz cards out. But if you have the opportunity to get somebody on a social media site before you give them a Blitz card, I always think lead with that, because the second you give somebody a Blitz card and then you try to get them on social media, and unless the conversation went that way, they're going to think the only reason this girl or guy wants to connect with me is to sell me something now, and that's going to instantly be in their head. So I just wanted to throw that in.
On the flip side, the Blitz card does work because it brought Crystal into the business.
Yeah.
It's always, you just never know. You just never know.
I heard about an ambassador. She was like walking through the parking lot. I don't remember who it is, and I refer the story all the time. She picked a Blitz card up off the ground and was like, somebody blitzed somebody else out there, and she randomly is walking through the parking lot, looks down, sees this card, picks it up, calls the number on the card. A year and a half later, she's an ambassador. Like, so I'm over here.
I heard that story too.
Cards out.
Just make it rain, Blitz cards everywhere you go.
You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If you do dig into that a bit deeper, you can agree with it, because it's if it's what you're saying, the script can be the wrong thing for the right person.
Sure.
But if you, like Johnny said, talk to them like your best friend, if you talk to them like your best friend, if you talk to them as a friend, if you talk to them as I'm going to add freaking value to your life, that's where you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You know? But yeah, so next is in this business, we deal with a lot of rejection, or, you know, we're striving for goals. Each month we're pushing for a goal. Each month we're pushing for a gain, whatever. And sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes, you know, you said that you pushed for Ruby and right off the bat, you didn't get the Ruby bonus or whatever. What did you find to help pull you through? What kept pushing you? Where was your personal growth at? Who are you following? What built you up to be strong enough to get to where you are today?
Lots of self-development. Lot of self-development. I will tell you guys, Natalie and I both preach this. In our team page, we have 2 threads. One's for self-development. If you need inspiration, motivation, there it is. And then as you tend to mature and you tend to grow in the business, you start to learn, especially when you're doing hours. Guys, if you're not doing self-development daily, I'm going to tell you right now, you are not growing your business. Self-development should become part of your routine. Find somebody that really fires you up and just watch their videos. Go through and watch every single video they possibly can. I believe it was Zig Ziglar who speaks about it. It's gym university. It's car university. When you're riding around, don't be listening to music. We cut our cable off. We don't even have TV. If I'm going to say, if I got time to spend 30 minutes watching TV, I got time to spend 30 minutes watching Grant Cardone or watching Eric Thomas or Tony Robbins or watching one of these guys that's going to get me fired up, because that is what's going to keep you in the fire. We did watch a lot of ambassador Zooms when we first started to really kind of get the aspect of the business and try to pick up on business building tips. I think we've probably, I won't say we've watched every one of them, but Natalie that was her thing. She loves watching ambassador Zooms. But as I've continued to grow, leadership development has been big. And guys, now, so this is a bit of a confusion. A lot of people think self-development is self-development. It's not. Okay, you've got different forms of self-development. Okay, and you can be really, really good at something. So like me, coming into this business, I knew, man, you put me in charge of a nightclub, I will take a nightclub that is going bankrupt, and I will make it turn a profit in a year. I will make that boss, whoever's footing the bill, I will make them money. All right. Stepping into this business, though, completely different. All right. It was a completely different leadership role. It was a completely different aspect of handling people. And I will tell you, it definitely gets very, very strenuous, and it gets very, very easy to go into management mode. When we first started, we went into management mode a little bit, and it's natural. People come from corporate 9 to 5, corporate America, and a lot of people tend to go into that management mode because they refer back to how it was when they were in a business. So going and doing a lot of leadership development itself, for me, is what really kind of helped. You're only as strong as your personal leadership development itself. And the only way to increase the amount of leaders that you attract into your organization is by growing yourself as a leader. Leaders attract leaders. Leaders create leaders, all right? You're not ever going to attract that runner, that rock star that you want if you're not a rock star yourself. People, and this is something else too that I've also learned, the people that you started with in this business are not going to be with you when you hit diamond. The people that are with you in double diamond, you may have a couple of them left from your diamond chart. It's just not going to happen. The people when you hit ambassador are probably not going to be the same people that any of the people on your chart that were on your original diamond chart. That's the nature of the business. And as you grow in network marketing, you start to really, really learn to channel your efforts on leading people and leading. You start off leading, and when you're leading followers. But the purpose of a leader is not to create followers. Leaders naturally create followers. Followers are going to help attract more followers and more leaders to you. But as a leader, you want to attract leaders. And that's why the importance of leadership development. So as we continue to grow ourselves, we ended up attracting better and better and better people. And we used to kind of get people started and throw them to the wolves. That didn't really work. And we really, really put a lot of focus in on really mentoring our people from the start. Naturally, too, there's ways of knowing who to mentor, who not to mentor, because you don't want to spend your time mentoring the wrong people. That happens. That is, again, something that you'll possibly go through with trial and error. You may have somebody that tells you that they're great and shows you all the qualities, but they're not great. So that is something that you do got to learn. But doing self-development is going to help you handle the rejections. And I will tell you that, guys, if you're not cool with hearing the word no, you are not going to be successful in this business. The difference between me and you is I've heard more no's than you. The difference between Josh and Crystal and me, they've heard way more no's than me and you. And that's the only difference. Learn to be coachable. Definitely learn to be coachable. Learn to be able to accept that word no, and really, really learn that at the end of the day, if Josh and Crystal tell you guys to do something, they're not telling you that to do it to put you down. They're not telling you to criticize you. Because, again, it's the same thing. If you're not able to handle constructive criticism in this business, you are not ready to be successful. The most successful leaders are the best learners. They're the best learners. So you got to make sure that no matter what, you're learning how to handle that, and you're learning how to channel that, use it constructively, and be able to apply that and growing yourself. And that's when you hit that certain point, it takes off. And I think leadership development, self-development is definitely what pushed me to the next point, and definitely pushed Natalie to the next point as well. We pour into ourselves every day. Leadership development. John Maxwell is great. 21 Laws of Leadership, guys. He's got the books. I think it's on YouTube. Just download it. The book's there. You can listen to it. But him, I love Simon Sinek. I love some of the big guys that are just leadership development junkies. I think I've listened to 21 Laws of Leadership probably 20 times. 5 Levels of Leadership, I probably listened to that 20 times. We're getting ready to start reading some different books, but I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's a bunch of leadership books, but I focus on leadership development. I don't need to be fired up. I fire people up around. What fires me up is getting on a Zoom and talking to you guys. I'm gonna get off the Zoom between this and the coffee. I ain't going to bed till 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna be wide awake. I'm gonna be over here messing with people, going crazy. That's what fires me. So I've kind of learned that. And what's the last thing I can say? Learn your weaknesses. Really learn what your weaknesses are. That's self-awareness, and that comes with leadership. Yeah. Be aware of what you're weak at. So me, for example, I've realized that blitzing is not strong. I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to blitz 100 people at the mall and spend all day long blitzing people. No, if you are terrified of talking to people, but you're signing people from social media, stop blitzing people. Put your focus on social media. If you're great at doing rap parties, guess what? Go book rap parties. Go book a rap party a night, and I guarantee you, this is crazy. Natalie and I we've never had a rap party. Never had one. We don't have for our team. We don't teach to have rap parties. We don't do them. So it's not a strong point for me. We've attracted some blues, but everybody on our team, we built through social media. So we're going to mentor you on what we're doing. I'm not going to mentor you on something that I'm not doing. There's a lot of great videos out there that can teach you how to do parties. But again, at the end of the day, you've got to trial and error, and you've got to figure out what works for you.
That's phenomenal, Johnny. That's so cool for you to say that. So many leaders might just fake it. Like, oh, yeah, get out there and do, rap party, whatever, just do this, blah, 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 blah. And here you are, just blunt, straightforward. Nope, I don't do rap parties. I'm a social media whiz. That's my game. Yep. So that's so cool of you, so awesome. And you know what? Watching this, like you just said, what fires you up is being on these Zooms and whatnot. What fires me up is watching personal growth, watching people come into this business and just develop into phenomenal, solid leaders. And so, like Crystal said, like I don't know how long ago it was, but it's a while back now. I'm like, man, there's this dude that's in the friggin' man cave right now, and he is just lighting it up. And like, I haven't been on a Zoom with you before. Unfortunately, the men's Zooms are on the same night as our team Zoom or whatever. But dude, watching from like the first video of yours that I've seen to like now this Zoom here, you are freaking like a changed man, like 100%. Like you're the real freaking deal, man. So we're pumped to have you on, and it just freaking just fires me up to see the dude that you become.
I appreciate it. I really do.
Oh, yeah. And we're here to battle with you right to the top.
I definitely appreciate the top. Definitely.
So I think, and I love everything that you just said, because I think so many times when people get stuck, it's usually one of two things. Either they're stuck focusing, trying to pull people along with them to work the business. They're not recruiting new anymore. They're just sticking with the same people, trying to, make the dead come back to life. And it's just not happening.
She says she really wants to go diamond. She says she's really going for it.
Yeah.
She said she really wants to try this time.
It's so true. I mean, we are lucky that I think we have 2 people from our original diamond team that are still with us today. But I mean, yeah, if you looked at our structure, I told somebody about this the other day, our entire structure has pretty much crumbled and rebuilt probably 3 or 4 times in the 7 years. But we're always bringing in new people, so it's not a big deal, because you get to these levels, and one of the beautiful things is you can maintain based on volume. That's one of the amazing things about our comp plan. And so it's something that you're just always bringing in new, because new people are the people that are excited, who have that fire, and those are the people you work with. And then also, when people get stuck, it's a lot of times I think it's that they're trying to figure out how to do things that they don't don't enjoy doing, or B, just aren't that good at. And so, I would say add 2 things to that it absolutely, if you don't like doing rap parties, don't do them. Find what you're good at. If you're in a place where you're stuck right now and you don't really know what you're good at, I would say try a little bit of everything and find out what works for you. You know, try social media, go all in and try it out. See if it works for you. If it's not working, get out and do an event or do a rap party. You know, figure out what your niche is, and once you find it, go all in with it, because that's the way to build the business. You don't have to build it on social media, you know, like Johnny does, or you don't have to do rap parties like crazy like Denise Manny. See Denise Manny on, she's the rap party queen. She's a rock star, but that's her thing, rap parties and events, and she's very successful with them. So so I love all that. And one thing too that I just want to add in, because it kind of goes back to what you said, you know, you have been networking and branding yourself for a long time. And so for somebody who's maybe listening to your story and saying, oh my gosh, they just like grew like crazy and like, look at all the success they're having. I want you guys to understand that, because not everybody comes in with a network. Not everybody comes in being branding themselves for years on end and then starting the business. So for those of you that maybe have kind of started doing social media stuff and just started branding yourself and you feel like you're not getting out of it what you're putting into it, I want you to understand, like, you guys have been doing that for a long time, and that's why you are where you are today. And so don't get discouraged by that. Just keep doing it, planting seeds and watching them grow.
Something else on that is, if you were a social media rock star a year ago, you're no longer a social media rock star by following the same steps you did a year ago with social media. Like Johnny just said, he's a full throttle social media guy. So he's still today digging and learning to find what's the very best way for me to, you know, grow my business through social media. So if your niche is social media, then you got to find ways to learn, you know, whether it's YouTube videos or, you know, watching Johnny's videos, whoever. So yeah, you got to dig and learn to continue to be a social media rock star. You don't just stay a social media rock star. It's always going to be changing.
Hey guys, I try to make a monthly social media tips that's very general, because I can go really, really in depth with it. And I do always try to post that on my YouTube page. That'll just kind of cover some of the algorithm changes for the month, because they do constantly change them. They change them once a week. But I try to do one as just a kind of a big one that is an overall one. So that one I always do post to my YouTube page. But kind of touching on what you guys said just real quick, so coming out of the nightclubs, I'm coming out of the club industry, the clientele of people that I had on my friends list at that time, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I signed a lot of people when we were in the clubs and whatnot, but we really didn't start signing and hitting this business running until after we removed ourselves from the nightclubs. Because what the problem is at that point, it had gotten to where if you were starting to overpost, actually being a bartender, being a club manager, I'm posting one of those club flyers, which is no different than posting, you know, one of our corporate images. If you've got a whole bunch of people that are sharing the same photo at one time, it's going to limit the visibility on it. So we're over here and we're posting this club flyer once an hour, posting drink specials. And Facebook does not want you making money off their site. They just don't. They don't want you making money off their site. If you're posting something that looks like advertisement, you are not going to get seen. I breed attraction marketing. That is what our niche is. We're huge on attraction marketing. And it was a problem for me coming out of putting those club flyers out there. I was getting 4, 5, 6, 7 likes on my statuses the end of December. And I was like, okay, that's weird, because I'll post a picture of me flaring in the club and I get 100 likes on it.
Yeah.
So it's the craziest thing ever. So I really did. I actually went through and I deleted 4,000 people off my friends list and completely rebuilt my network. So it's very, very possible for you guys to rebuild your network and rebrand yourself no matter what it is. Of course, I did definitely leave some of the people on there that were interacting and that are liking my stuff. But it's very, very simple to rebuild your brand. But your network, grow your network accustomed to what your niche is. If you're someone that is if you're a mother, you know, you've got a bunch of kids and you're a gym junkie, find people that you can relate to and grow your network with those people, because it makes it easier for you to build a conversation, build a relationship with them. They're more liable to like your content. They're more liable to, when you send them a message, for you not to blow them off. Whereas if you're getting a bunch of people that are chefs and that are into car racing or something like that, just something completely different that you guys don't have anything in common with, add people with a purpose. I will say same thing, just like I don't mass message. I don't mass add people. I add at tops 3, 4, 5 people a day. I just don't mass add people. For me, it's not beneficial. You can't go through and build a genuine relationship with 100 brand new friends in your notifications. And not only just that, it gets old. I mean, how do you talk to 100 people in one? I can't do that. I don't have the time to do that, because you end up wasting a lot of time. And what you guys will learn is as you continue to grow in the business, you got to learn to leverage as much of your time as possible. And that is crucial. You got to make sure you're leveraging. So knowing who to build a relationship with is just as important as building the relationship in the first place. That was just something I did just kind of want to touch on, because there are people that will tell me like, dude, well, I don't have that branding style like you. I can't brand. I haven't been doing social media forever. Hey, I've taken people on our team that are getting no interaction, people that have never used social media, and they're getting 10, 20, 30, 40 likes on their stuff by just taking and keeping it simple and connecting with people that they have commonalities with. Because at the end of the day, you didn't join social media to sell product to people. I guarantee you, anybody that's on here, you did not start a social media to start selling It Works products. You didn't do it. I'm not saying that you didn't. You joined a social media platform because it's called social media. You have to be social. You have to talk. And that's the key to it. Build relationships with people. The more relationships you build, the less work you actually are ultimately going to have to do for yourself. And that's when this business gets fun. You know what I do all day? I wake up and I talk to people. That's what I do. Like that's the best job ever. I mean, that's not physically demanding work. I get to sit here on my phone and talk to people all day long. It's great. That's time and freedom for me. I mean, for sure. So.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Well, I think we could go on and on all night. We like to try to keep these at an hour, and I'm sure that there are some people that want to ask you a few questions, but
phenomenal job that I did.
Absolutely. So last minute, we'll see if we can keep this one short, but what would be your top 3 tips for somebody that they need to do every single day on their social media?
First thing I'm going to tell you guys before we get onto that real quick, every single person on here should be writing a to-do list every single day. You should be writing a to-do list every single day. A to-do list is going to save you 20% more time on average. So I want you guys to think about this. So at the end of the month, so yesterday was the end of the month. If you were this close, say you were 500 volume away from Ruby, all right? How much would 6 extra days have benefited you? Because on average, the person that writes out a to-do list every single day saves 20% more time. 20% more time of their day is an extra 6 days every single month. How could an extra 6 days have benefited you? You have to write a to-do list every single day. And on my to-do list, I write down my social media techniques. What do I need to do? The biggest tip, I would definitely give you top 3. You need to be liking and commenting. Do not scroll through your news feed and just like. That is not doing anything. Facebook waits a comment more than they wait a like. And by commenting, I don't mean just drop an emoji. Of course, every now and then you do that. Engage with people. Ask them questions. Get them commenting and interacting on your stuff. If you're not getting visibility on your page, it's because you're not interacting with people. I have seen in recent, Facebook has really started waiting on that, especially with the feature, the live video feature. The whole purpose of live is for people to be engaging on your video. That's what it is. Live videos are an interaction post. That's what they are. So you want to get in the habit of liking and commenting. That is huge. If somebody comments on your stuff, like it and comment back. Use those emoticons. You want to make sure you're using the emoticons. I would say that you need to keep your post under 4 posts a day. You should never post back to back. It works post. You want to make sure, again, we did not join social media to market It Works. It Works is branded. Do not brand It Works. Brand yourself. You want to make sure that you are posting. Again, I'm a believer in this. You don't post back-to-back It Works post. You do need to be consistent. You need to post every single day about the business, whether it's a lifestyle post, a product post, whether you make a lifestyle and a product post, whatever it is. You want to make sure you're posting consistently every single day, because if you own a storefront down on the corner, all right, if you own a storefront, if you're only open 2 days a week, 3 days a week, I can guarantee you you're not getting business. Nobody is going to join somebody that is inconsistent. Nobody is going to join somebody that is not showing up, that is not there all full time. So you posting every single day shows that consistency. And then I would definitely say make sure that you are you want to make sure that, of course, you're growing your network every single day. But make sure that you're utilizing Messenger. Make sure that you're utilizing that. Because, guys, again, at the end of the day, you can make all the posts in the world. But you want to build your relationship, so to speak, through your social media, but you've got to learn to utilize Messenger. That is the key. You should be making sure that you're following up with somebody every single day in that Messenger. Fortune's in the follow-up. We don't say that for a reason. The fortune is there. So whether that means that you're getting on social media and maybe you don't send them a message, but you go, oh, you know what, I need to follow up with that person. Get on their page and go through and like and comment on a bunch of their stuff. You're going to pop up and they're going to go, oh, wait, you know what? They messaged me. I need to shoot them a message back. It's a technique that we will do. And I think that's kind of the top 3 that I try to do every single day. Consistency. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. So much good stuff. I took a lot of notes. So thank you so much for being on.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to open it up. We have just a few minutes that we can open it up for questions. So like always, if we get dead air, we're going to go ahead and end it. So if anybody has a question, go ahead and speak up now. Now's your chance. I'm just going through the chat, make sure there's none in there.
See. Yeah, I didn't see any. Trying to think if I have one more. Maybe if I have one more thing to add.
Nobody's going to speak up and ask this dude a question?
I mean, I've got questions if you guys don't. I'm going to use the whole hour. So, but I wanted to give you guys the chance.
Guys, if you're not going live, go live. Oh, my God, go live. That is my favorite. I wish I could walk around with a camera on me live all day long. I wish I could do it. I used to hate it, and I will tell you, it's just it becomes so natural. It becomes so normal. That is actually how I do my product post. I don't post product. I don't. For me, you want to be successful in this business. Do what everybody's not doing. Find a way to do what everybody else is not doing, and that is what it'll make you stand out. I get people all the time. They go, "Yo, you know what? I wanted to buy from you because you don't ever post like what everybody else posts. You're not posting the specials. You're not doing this. I'm getting on your live video and you're rapping live, like stuff like that. That stands out to people. Not only just that, when you go live, you're getting, it tricks the algorithm. Facebook weights a live video more than it weights a photo. It weights text and it weights videos. It really does not like photos nowadays. Since Facebook bought Instagram a couple of years ago, they've really put the emphasis on taking out the photos on Facebook. They want you posting your photos on Instagram. That's what Instagram is for. It's for photos. So I'm very limited on the photos that I post. I do not post many photos. Now, again, naturally, you got to make sure you're posting photos. If you are going to post a before and after, post it in the comments. Hey guys, check this out. Put some arrows dropping down and post it right there in the comments. People are going to check it out. I'm like, well, what is it? I'm already thinking to myself, what is it? They'll at least look at it. They'll see it. And it tricks the algorithm. It's not posting, it's not posting something that everybody else is posting. And again, it's different. That's definitely something that's different. But live videos are huge right now. That's what Facebook wants. They're competing with YouTube. Facebook is competing with YouTube in the aspect of they want you using that live feature as much as possible. They really do.
There's commercials for it on TV.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, Super Bowl time, they spent something like $25 million to do advertisement for Facebook Live, 30-second video clips. I'm like, that was when it clicked on me. Watching the Super Bowl, I was sitting there and I remember going, maybe I need to start going live a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I see Lisa's got her hand raised.
Yes.
I have a question. So it seems like you know a lot about algorithms, and I'm not scared to go live. I like to do it. But what's the best time of the day to do it? Is there a better time or a better length of the video?
Keep your video short. I actually in recent have had to really start shortening my videos because I will go on rants and I will talk. I have found that for me, I've had some videos that go long and it really does surprise me. I'll do a 45-minute video and I'll get 30, 40 people that'll stay on. And I'm like, how do these people stay on all day long like that? And it's religious every single time. A tip that I kind of picked up, get consistent with your going live. So go live every day at the same time. People will start knowing, hey, you know what? Lisa's going to go live at 6 o'clock today. So I'm going to tune in. I try to pick times that are popping social media times. Now, a hot time for social media is different for everybody. That all depends on your friends list. If you've got people all over the world, hey, there's probably not a bad time to go live. If you got people that are strictly all up and down the East Coast in your town, in your city, you need to go live whenever they're going to be on. When are people going? Whenever they get to their desk, they're sitting there. What's the first thing they're doing before they get started in their work? They're going through their social media. They're not going to go through their social media at 7 o'clock in the morning when they got the kids running around the house and they got to get the kids ready for school. No, they're trying to get everybody out the door and get them ready. So I try to think of times when I would personally be jumping on my phone. Just avoid rush hour times. People are sitting in their cars. They're not going to really be checking the news feed. And if they do, it's going to pop up. They're not even going to have time to read it because the light's going to turn green. And now they put their phone down. And the next time they pull it up, your story's down at the bottom of the news feed. So you want to do, I try to say between 7 and 10, and then like 10 to 12, 10 to 1. Those are the hot times. I only post 2, maybe 3 times a day. I don't post much. Guys, I can only stress this so much. Quality over quantity with your post. We used to preach post 6 times a day. I will tell you that's not effective anymore. If you're posting more than 4 times in the day, Facebook is flagging you for spamming. There's no reason to do it. You need to put quality. We used to tell our team, post 4 times a day. You need to be posting 4 times a day. I've gotten to the point now where I tell them, I would rather you post 1 time a day. Take your time and write the post out because nobody wants you. Okay, so if I take the time, I put my energy, I put my passion, I put my full force into writing a post out, and it takes me an hour to write a post. I'm probably going to get a lot more feedback on it than somebody that just typed up, hey, check this out, and just post a picture. You're going to get a lot more response because you're putting your heart into something, and people see that. So, again, if you do take the time to write something up, write statuses up in your downtime, but post them during those times, maybe like 10 to 1, and then, like I said, about 6:30 or 7 to 10 o'clock based off of your friends. So for me, I have a lot of friends on the West Coast as well. So I can post here at, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'll still get the same interaction as if I posted at 9 o'clock here because of, just the general of where your friends list is. So you kind of want to post a custom to your friends list. Did I answer your question, Lisa? Okay, I just want to make sure. All right. Again, I know I can rant a little bit. I don't mean to.
Okay, so, and just let us know if you need to be done, but one question that came through in the chat, which actually I think is a really good question, I have it too. Do you know anything about like people who go on live and nobody's getting on? I think it's something, because we've noticed it, like sometimes we'll go live and it'll be instantly like, we'll have, 40, 50 people on, and then there's other times where it's like 1 or 2 or, whatever.
Nothing.
Do you know anything about that?
So in recent, because, Instagram itself, Instagram is about 46% of their accounts are fake. In recent, I had started noticing, this was probably about 2 months ago, I started getting spammed by these porn accounts, to be perfectly honest with you. There would be an attractive profile picture that pops up, and you click on it, and it's clickbait. It's trying to get you to go off of the site. I was getting 30, 40, 50 of these a day. Like my friend request box was filled, and I'm like, holy crap. Facebook actually had to go through and start eliminating some of these fake accounts. With them doing that and them adding the addition of story mode, it has really kind of messed with the live. And ever since that guy committed that murder on Facebook Live about a month ago, they've been very, very limited on the live feature. I've had a couple days where I've had to end my live videos. I go live every single day at 8 o'clock. That's when I go live, 8 o'clock for my time. I had some days where I had to end my videos because I would try to post and it wouldn't work. I don't know why it's been doing that. It's something that they're supposed to be fixing, but it did for a couple days there. I couldn't even go live. It was kind of a pain for me because I would get people, I'm over here getting people messaging me like, hey man, I'm looking forward to your video. And I'm like, I can't do it. It sucks. I'm sorry. It's something that's going on. It's a glitch in their system, but I think a lot of it had to do too with them adding that story mode feature. It crashed their servers big time. My app on my phone for like a month, I would start scrolling and it would just die. I'm like, do I need to go get a new phone? Like, what's going on? I just got a new phone. What's going on with this? And that was something that was that's playing into that. Their servers right now are really messed up because of that story mode. They launched that way too early. And just so you guys know, Facebook story does not weight into your algorithm at all. Posting in groups does not weight into your algorithm. So if you guys have a team page, I know you guys have a team page. You can post in your team page all day long. That doesn't affect your algorithm. Your algorithm and who is locked into your stuff and the weight of that is only dictated off of posting to your actual newsfeed. So that is definitely something that it did affect. And I did see a question here that said, how do you grow your Snapchat? I'll be perfectly honest with you. It sucks. It's a pain. Every now and then I will make a post. Hey, if you're an entrepreneur, drop your Snapchat. Hey, if you're on Snapchat, drop your Snapchat. Facebook doesn't want you posting Snapchat, that word. They kind of block the visibility. But one thing I found is everybody starts posting their Snapchat. So it pops up because it looks like it's a popular post. It's terrible to go and have to manually add people. I tell people to drop their snap codes because you can just save it and you can upload it from their snap code. But if you're on Instagram, I've noticed that it's very popular that people just put it in their bio. A lot of people do it. I do it on my Facebook as well. If you see somebody that pops up, hey, just add them real quick. Just you know what? Take 2 seconds, type their name in, and just add them. And that's how you'll slowly grow it. Because again, too, at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're adding people that are of interest. You don't want to do like I know if you type in like Snapchat, like the hashtag on Instagram, there will probably be a million snap codes that pop up, but you don't know what it is. And you want people that are actually going to watch your story. You don't want someone that's got a million Snapchat friends because they're never going to watch your story. So then again, that's one of those things where you're wasting your time. You want to make sure that you're utilizing your time as best as possible. So posting it on your different social media platforms and having people drop their snap codes is very, very effective. And that's how I've grown it. Natalie is the Snapchat queen. That's her thing. I would have never had Snapchat if it wasn't for her. And she turned me on to it. And like I said, out of nowhere, it's just for me has been really, really beneficial. Because if you like posting every day on Facebook, if you want to be one of those people like I want to post every hour. If I could post every hour, I'd post every hour on Facebook. But I can't do it because again, then it would kill the visibility on my page. With Snapchat, the way that Snapchat works, the more you post, the more people see your stuff. So post, throw in at works post in. Hey guys, check this out. Just you're sitting there eating, throw some fat fighters in with your food. And then go back to post. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Hey, I'm taking my greens pre-workout and my new you and my ThermoFit. And just take a picture of it real quick. Post. Hey, I'm having my post-workout shake. Here you go. I got my shake. And that's what I do, and that works beneficial. People just message me, hey, what is that? Why is that? And the more you post on Snapchat, the more visible, the more viewers you're going to get. And that's real quick how Snapchat definitely works.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, for some time now, I've been doing like, okay, I put a post on and then I'll wait a while and some people will make comments and then maybe like half the day will go by. And if I bump the post, I put a little smiley face in the comments. It seems to activate it again. Then more people see it again and start commenting. Is that hurting me? And also, like my distributors, we will message that, hey, will you bump my post for me? Sure. And they'll say something, oh, I love my greens, blah, blah, blah. So is that good to do the interaction with your team and kind of?
That is great. And it's so funny because I just heard Natalie laugh in the other room.
You do it all the time.
Yes. So this was something that was, I don't remember whose Zoom I had heard it in. They said that if you have your team or if you grow your team, you should unfollow your team because you want your potentials to see your post.
Yeah.
You unfollow somebody, you're gonna somewhat take them out of your algorithm. I will be perfectly honest with you. The more likes, the more comments. A like is a like, a comment is a comment. It doesn't matter who's doing it. I'm going to give you this example. So say that you and me we make the same exact post. All right. We make the same post. We have the same exact friends list. We're working for the same company. My post gets 50 likes on it. And maybe it's even 50. It works distributors. It doesn't matter. And it's getting 20 comments. You make the same exact post and yours is getting no comments on it. Who do you think the customer is going to buy from?
Right.
So if you're getting your whole, we're huge on that. We tell our team, yo, you should set your team, at least a couple of them. Obviously, as your team starts to grow, you can't have your whole entire team as see first. But your team should get in the habit of commenting on your stuff. They should always like the comments on it. And something that does kind of activate your post off the rip, which is something too that I was very against forever. Like your own post, right? Right when you post it, just
I've done that. I always think I'm a retard doing that. I'm like, I'm liking my own post, and then it comes back to life.
Girl, if you ain't like your own post, why you post it?
I like it.
Yeah, no, you want to like your own post. It activates it and it gets it bumped up real quick. If you can get comments, you definitely want to get comments as well and respond back. You definitely want to respond back. So one thing too that I've kind of learned with your live videos, so say you get a whole bunch of people that are commenting on your video, don't go through and comment. Right. I would spend an hour and a half sitting here commenting on every single person that commented on my video immediately. So what I'll do is you take some time. Right now, you just made the live video. It's popped up. It's popping. It's in the news feed. People are watching it. They're seeing it. The next day, if you go back through and you start commenting, guess what happens? It puts it back at the top of the news.
That's what I do. I go back and I kind of like drag it out like every hour check.
And that's what you need to do.
I'll like it, and then I'll go back maybe an hour later and make a comment on it. The next day, and even if I go back 2 weeks, what I did or a post about my life, I'll put a little emoji or I'll put a like, and it comes right back, and people start commenting again. But I wondered if that was slowing me down or not.
No, that's, if anything, that's a benefit. And
Good.
that is the importance too, guys, of not over posting. So if you're posting, now I'm telling you post tops 4 times in a day. That does not mean post 4 times in an hour. That means you need to space your post out. So if I make a post and say this post over here, it's phenomenal. It gets me 100 likes in the first hour. I'm not going to post again for a while.
Right.
I want my newsfeed to see that post. I want it to stay there. Because if you go to post and you make another post, what happens is now that the post that you made that was already great, it's just dropped in relevance, and your new post is going to take over. So say you make one that's not beneficial, or say you have an awesome transformation. You post it, you get 20 likes on it, and it's 20 likes in the first 2 hours. Don't be so quick to post another post. Let that post hang out there for a little while, and let people keep seeing it, and then go back and say you get 10 people that comment on it. Comment to a couple people, leave it alone for an hour. Then go back maybe 2 hours later and do the same thing. Comment on it. It's going to push it back to the top of the news feed. You want to make sure that you're not over posting for that reason alone, because it starts to overlap, so to speak, and you don't want to do that. So you get a post that's good and it's booming, leave it alone. Let it post.
I got one more question.
Yeah.
Okay, when the memories come up every day, it gives me anxiety, because if I don't look at them, sometimes they pop up that somebody talked about it, and it's like, might be an old post from like 3 years ago that I don't want anybody to see. So I need to go through every day to delete them. It seems like even though I don't allow them, somehow they're getting seen again. Like something will just pop up randomly. You know how the old way we used to, well, before you were in it, we were like pretty adsy like, and so I try to get rid of that stuff. But still, it seems like it just.
Are you getting likes and people that are actually liking on the old memories?
Once in a great while, they'll just pop up. You know, it's like I try to get rid of them quick every day if I can catch it.
Yeah, if you're
not
posting it shouldn't be posting. But maybe you have somebody that's creeping way back on your social media page. But I personally haven't had any problem of like my memories actually getting refreshed, so to speak. So I haven't had that. To be honest with you, I can't answer that one.
Then I'm afraid they're seeing everything else I posted, because we used to post all the time, you know,
sure.
Every hour or whatever. When I started, it was adsy like, and now I'm worried.
I wouldn't overly stress about it. I think what happens is if anybody interacted with you, like if they don't have anything in their memories that day, it comes up in their memories and it says you liked this post or you commented on this post, and that's why they're seeing it. But honestly, I think it'd be a total waste of your time to go and delete them and all that. Just leave them. And if it's somebody that refreshes their memories and they like it or comment on it again, then great.
Whatever.
Hey, I wish. Hey, if you got stuff popping up in other people's news feeds at the top, yeah, leave it there. Even if it's old, hey, you know what, Lori? Guess what? I want to get some of them raps now. It's been 4 years. I haven't talked to you. I don't know what's going on. Let's try one of them raps. Hey,
Standard Biz looks a whole lot cooler now than it did then.
Yeah.
No kidding. You're still doing that? Yo, I'm definitely down. Like, and that's all it is. Yeah.
Actually, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hurt deleting a post an hour after you. Okay, Denise asks, does it hurt you deleting a post an hour after you put it up? If you get no likes or comments, should we delete or keep it? Okay, so I would at first, before you do that, I would like and I would comment on it. Maybe reach out to a couple of your teammates, have them like and comment on it. That will get it seen, and that will definitely get it pushed up. But again, to look at the post that you made. And guys, this is one thing you got to understand. If you're posting and you're not posting of value, you're not going to attract people of value. You've got to make sure that you're putting your time into your post. When you put time into your post, like people see that. They're like, yo, I want to join. I personally would not join somebody that was looking like they were posting advertisement for a company. That's me. I wouldn't do it. I would want to join somebody who looks like they're a fun person, that looks like they genuinely are on social media, to be on social media. I still get people that message me that go, yo, dude, you do the It Works thing, right? I'm like, yeah. They're like, why don't you ever really post about it? And I'm like, I do. You've actually liked like 6 of my posts that I've done, because I've gotten so good at what it is. It's called copyright. It's called copyright style of writing. I will literally, I'm not kidding you, I will sometimes spend, what was it, 2 days ago, I spent 2 hours while we were sitting at the pool typing up one post. That one post got 100 likes on it. It's a lifestyle post for this business. Guess what? That 2 hours, yeah, it sucks. I had to sit there and type up a post for 2 hours. But guess what? I just got 100 leads. Maybe 20 of them were from the team. 30 of them I've already talked to, but not every single person I've already talked to. And even if you're making a post and you're getting if you guys had to spend 2 hours a day making statuses. Now, again, it sounds very tedious, but if you're spending 2 hours a day and that's getting you 3 or 4 or 5 fresh leads a day, if it's getting you 3 leads a day, what is that? That's like 900 leads in a year. It's more than that. It's like 1,100 leads in a year. It's worth it to me. That's worth it to me because it only takes one. It only takes one person. Joel Dunn just told me this. He said, Johnny, you want to know what? People say, oh, it takes 5 rock stars to be a rock star in this business. No, it doesn't. It takes 2 rock stars to be. It takes 2 ambassadors. You will maintain ambassador for the rest of your life for this company. That's it. Find these people. And guys, I'm going to tell you this too. If you think that you're going to find a rock star tomorrow, you're not. I'm going to be 100. You got a better chance of winning the lottery. That is winning the lottery. It's not going to happen. You've got to put time in on this business. You have to put time in on this. It's going to be something that happens over time. It's not going to be something that happens overnight. So put the value into the post. That way, whenever you do have the opportunity, you do have somebody that's new that's reaching out to you, they're seeing your content, and your content looks like, yo, I want to join this person. That's how I can gauge people who I want to add to my network. If you don't look like you have social media skills and you look like you're somebody that doesn't really know what they're doing very well on social media, because we do run our business through social media, I'm sorry, I don't even want you on my friends list. Because it's one of those things where, again, you have to learn to be so savage with your time. Because, yeah, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, but the people who are successful have learned how to utilize their time more successful than the rest. And I will tell you this, as you continue to grow, you learn, again, who is worth investing your time into. You learn there's certain red flags that pop up, and we get extremely savage with even who we want to even bring in as DTs. We're very fortunate we do mass enroll people. But mass enrolling isn't great either. So what if you, and this is a very, very big common misconception. So say that you mass enrolled and you added 30 distributors in 1 month. First off, I can guarantee you all 30 of those distributors aren't staying. And one of the things too that really it has to, because you enroll 30 distributors in a month, guess what? You're going to spend so much time training those distributors, and I'll say 90% of those distributors aren't going to stay. The great if you enroll 30 distributors, but if 28 of them leave, that's not doing anything. Guess what? That's 2 distributors. So you have to learn to be savage with who you add to your organization and who you add to your team. If you don't want to run an auto ship, this is just me speaking. If you don't want to run an auto ship, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't really want you in my business. You have to be a product of the product. You have to be a product of the product. If you have no interest in using the products, then why do you want to join the business? Go get a job. It sounds like me like you need to go get a job. And I'm very, very aggressive, and I'm very savage with who I add for that purpose, because this is a business. And at the end of the day, if you owned a storefront and you weren't investing into the products to put in your storefront, guess what? You ain't making no money. So you have, that's just the nature of the business and the nature of the beast. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I know I kind of rant. I get off the topic a little bit. it happens. But what about bumping your posts? I want to bumping it. Yeah, I got that one. Other than that, the only other tip I can give you guys is going into slow time, really focus on your customer retention right now. If we're going into slower season, your customers make your business. And this is something too that I'm a firm believer in. You got to really, really focus on customer retention. That is our thing right now, is huge on retaining customers. Because if you interview them, not the other, yeah, no, exactly. And Lori, you want to be the hunted. You don't want to be the hunter. Nobody wants to. I don't want to be the hunter. I want to be the hunted. I would rather sit back. And this is crazy. If I told you the amount of messages that I personally send out to people, it would probably make some of you guys go, no, that's not possible. You want to be the hunter. You don't want to be the hunted. Or, excuse me. I'm sorry. You want to be the hunted. You don't want to be the hunted. I mixed it up. And that's the honest to God's truth. You have to learn to be very, very, very savage. It is an interview process. There are so many checkpoints. There's five top things. If you don't hit those 5 things, I just don't want you. And it's not me being mean. It's not. I just know from trial and error, because we have mass enrolled people and we've seen, oh, great, this person was this, and this, but they're not this. And, maybe we'll let it slide. And we let them slide, and it never works out. You want people that are going to hit the ground running. And if you want to attract people, I want to attract Johnnies. I want people that are alive, that want to scream, that want to go out, that want to talk to people when they can. I want to attract people like myself. So in order to attract people like myself, become the person that you want to attract. And that's very, very easy to say. But customer retention is huge. And retaining your customers, especially going into the slow time, is very, very big. Because we are going into a slow time. if you are mass enrolling and you're signing 30 customers in a month, but you're getting 25 declines the month before, guess what? You're only signing 5 customers. This business is built on customers. It is not built on distributors. You will find distributors that will help you along the way. This business, you can sign 100 distributors this month, and guess what? If you don't sign one customer, you ain't making $1. It is built on customers. We are a business that is built off of retaining your customers. And we need to focus as distributors on really connecting with our customers. You should be more loyal to your loyal customers than you are to your distributors. Because at the end of the day, your distributors don't influence your paycheck. Your customers do. You got to make sure that you keep them there. And if you retain your customers, you continue to grow. That's the key to ranking in this business.
One more question.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been giving all my customers away for almost 2 years now, never keeping any for myself because I've been trying to fill volume, trying to get the fast starts, and then their card declines or they quit, and then now I'm going to have a fast start taken away from me because someone deleted all their card information after I got the $100 fast start bonus. I know they're important, but I'm about ready to just keep my customers for now because I'm feeling I'm just giving it away and giving it away. And I'm trying to teach them how to work, but it's backfiring on me. You know, I need to keep some of my customers, don't I?
No.
No? Give them away like I have them? No, don't.
No.
Okay. Keep doing what I'm doing then. I'm doing it right?
What's the best way to put this?
I don't know.
Okay, so we are – Natalie does a lot of the charting. We fight about the charting. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a night or two where I've had to sleep on the couch because we do not agree with charting. That's like one of the only things we don't agree with. It happens. It is what it is. But that's probably the only thing in the business that we don't really agree with. We chart we like to chart very similar, but she has a way of charting that I have just got to the point where I'm like, babe, you handle the charting, and I don't want to know anything about it. You handle it. You have to give customers to people in this business. You have to do it. It is at the end of the day, guess what? It's your paycheck. It ain't their paycheck. Yeah. It's your paycheck. Why limit yourself?
I've been in it 3 years, and I hit Emerald, and I've never, ever been given one customer or one distributor since I started, ever.
We're the same way.
I've had to do everything myself, but I've learned that I build my team by giving it away.
And it makes you appreciate. This is something too that you have to keep in mind. If you're building somebody, it's your decision to build them. It's not theirs. So if you build somebody to Ruby and you give them a Ruby paycheck, you did that. They didn't ask for that. You did that out of the generosity of yourself. So if they're not working and they're not earning it, guess what? Hey, at the end of the day, if you did the work to build them there, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to end up doing the work to build them to Emerald. You're going to do the work to build them to Diamond, because whenever you build somebody, they just in general, sometimes they don't appreciate it as much. You help you along the way, but what you'll learn is as you continue to grow in the business, you gotta work with your workers. I don't care if they're 100 levels down. If you've got somebody that's 100 levels down, you got to build with those people. You're going to build with the people that are working the business.
I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to go down further to the levels that aren't getting help, and then they're coming up.
But the way that we do it is we challenge. We're going to challenge you. You got 72. I'm going to give you a customer. You got 24 hours to give me a customer. I'm going to give you a distributor. You got 72 hours to match me on a distributor. If you don't match me on a distributor, I'm never going to give you another distributor. Plain and simple. I mean, that's just how it is. Because at the end of the day, we've always got people that are willing to match, that are willing to work, that are willing to, and that's you'll find that as you continue to grow. Mm-hmm. But you have to be. This is the problem that we come into, and that it sounds to me. If you're trying to get people to work that aren't working, that's a manager trait. Move on. I'll be perfectly honest. You find somebody else and move on. We've had to do this. I'm going to tell you, I'm sure Josh and Crystal will tell you, how many times have you guys built people and they just don't appreciate it and they quit?
Yep.
Yep.
We had a guy that we built him to Ruby. This is back when they were doing a $500 Ruby bonus. All he had to do was run his auto ship. Okay, $100 auto ship. He would have got a $500 Ruby bonus and a $500 paycheck. Hey, bro, you need to just run your auto ship, and everything is already done for you. Just run your auto ship. Your commission qualified. You're good to go. Either that, or we needed to put a customer underneath him, which we had the customer. We're not going to tell him that, but just go ahead and run your auto ship, and that'll work. He got mad. He blocked us and deleted us. Okay, well, that's fine. You just lost $800 because you didn't want to spend $80 on an auto ship.
It comes to the point where if I built them to maintain where I'm at, and I see that their year is coming up, and I think, well, they're probably not going to renew it, then I stop. That's my stopping point. Like, okay, in a month or two, they're going to be done. I'm not wasting customers on them anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're spending time with the right people.
Yeah.
If you have somebody that is signing customers, hey, give them a distributor. Because somebody that bills themselves over 400 volume, yeah, that's great, but that's a waste. That's a waste of volume. If you got somebody that's volume is touching 8, 9, 1,000 BV and it's on top of themselves, that's not beneficial to you. That's actually hurting you because that just filled another box and then halfway filled a separate box. So don't hesitate to give them, but you got to work with the people that are working and you got to challenge them. It's your responsibility as a leader to challenge them and to make them want to work, but it is not your responsibility as a leader to do the work for them. You do not need to manage. And again, I will say a lot of people will say the key to burnout in the business is going into management mode. I will tell you it is, but that's a small part of it. The burnout mode actually comes from doing the same work over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, which is actually the definition of insanity and expecting a different result. If you are building the same person over and over and over again and your credit cards are falling off, I'm going to tell you where management or where burnout comes from in our business is poor customer retention. Because you're doing the same work over and over and over and over and over again, which is hence why I do stress the importance of customers. If you're signing 2,000 BV a month worth of volume through 20 distributors or through 20 loyal customers, and you're having the next month, you've got 15 of them that are declining and they're not running their auto ships, guess what? That's your fault. That's not the customer's fault. Hey, things come up. Guess what? Everybody's got money. How many, I don't know how many people are on here, but how many people didn't have the money to start this business? But guess what? You found it, didn't you? If people see the value in the product, they will run their auto ship. All right. It's your responsibility to make sure that they continue to run that auto ship. So again, if you're signing 20 customers, it's almost one of those things where it's like trying to fill up a bucket, trying to fill up a big thing of water with a bucket that's got holes in it. You get tired from doing the same work over and over. The water's leaking out, it's leaking out, it's leaking out. Eventually that bucket gets filled. But if you're filling a bucket with a bucket that doesn't have holes in it, you're retaining that water. Guess what? You're doing a lot less work. So that's where burnout comes from. You've got to make sure that you're not overworking the same thing and doing the same things over and over and over again. If you retain those customers, even because naturally, okay, we're going to have declines. It happens. It's part of the business. But if you're over here and you've got a massive amount of declines every month, you're killing yourself. Especially if you are a massive roller. Great. Again, you sign 30 loyal customers in a month. But if you've got 24 people that you got to replace on your chart, and I can guarantee you the volume's not going to be the same, guess what? You didn't sign 30 customers. You signed 6 customers. Mm-hmm. I look at a customer as a replacement, and that's what it is. You've got to make sure that, and I'm going to tell you this is what happens. So now you go into management mode because you're over here getting on that distributor going, yo, what's going on here? Why have you talked to these people about declines? But it is not your, man, you should not have to ever talk to anybody about their declines. You should never have to ever approach another distributor about their declines. That's a huge red flag. If I got to tell you that you got declines and you don't care enough about your paycheck, dude, I was this close this month to letting my sister fall to executive because she's at Ruby and we're in the process. She does work the business. You didn't do your charts. You didn't know that you needed 17 BV. You needed 1 order and you would have been back at Ruby. We could have just said, you know what, whatever it is, what it is, and not even just let it go. It's whatever. But we didn't. And at the end of the day, it's the last day of the month. How do you not know you have 1 decline for 17 BV? How mad would you be? And not even just, you want to take it a step further. If you're a double diamond and you're losing $2,000, $3,000 over a 17 BV order, you're going to be pretty irritated about that. So you got to make sure that you put the focus on the retention and stop going into management mode and being like, yo, it's your responsibility to do these declines. No, you know what? Just step above them and do it. Just go above them and do it. If they're not going to do it, guess what? Stop helping them. Plain and simple. I mean, and that's how we kind of do things. We're very at the end of the day, it is your paycheck. Don't tell somebody to do the work. Show them how to do the work and lead by example. That's doing it. I mean, that is the key to doing it. You got to make sure that you're out there doing. And you can't expect somebody to do something like, that you're not doing yourself. Again, we don't do rap parties. I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to tell somebody to do rap parties because that's not what I do. I'm going to show you guys how to build on social media. That's my thing. But I think Nat said lead from the front. I mean, that's really what it is. It's huge on that. You want to make sure you're putting, especially going into slow times, guys, right now, you need to be retaining all your customers you can. Put a good follow-up. You should be following up more with your loyal customers and upselling them on product. They've already bought the product. Why would, man, they've already bought wraps and greens and this and that. Man, you need to throw a thermofit in there. Man, how are you loving your products? Talk to your customers. Retain your customers that you already have. And not even just that, those customers turn into the best distributors. Retain those customers. You will avoid going into management mode. You will avoid burning yourself out, and you'll continue to grow your business to the point to where it's just, it's unreal. It's unreal. And that, I'm going to tell you, that is the key. That is the key to growing in this business faster than anything else. People can say, oh, I need to mass enroll distributors. We're great friends with Jessica Pearson. We're great friends with Jessica Pearson. She tells us, yeah, it's great enrolling 30, 40 distributors in a month, but guess what? Not all those distributors stay, and I don't physically have the time to put time in training all of those people. So that's, again, where you learn. Me personally, I'd rather enroll 3 distributors and teach those 3 distributors how to fill out their steps of success. Because if you do that, it's replication, it's duplication, it's very, very simple. And that's the key to this business. This business, they set you up for success from the start. They tell you what you need to do. Just follow the method. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. I mean, you want to make the wheel better. There's nothing wrong with making the wheel better, getting up with the times, but you don't reinvent the wheel. You don't step out and do something that's not working. You follow the method that's there. The company's built on rubies for a reason. It is. Guys, on average, you build somebody to ruby in your business, 96% of people that make an extra $400 from a network marketing job are going to stay in that job, and they're going to be loyal to it. Build rubies. That's the key to this business. Build rubies. More rubies you build, the more successful you'll build. What is a diamond is 5 rubies. Double diamond is 8 rubies. Just build rubies. Just focus on building rubies. And then at that point, if you build somebody to ruby, focus on building more rubies. And that's just what it is. Just keep on focusing. So then you're not putting too much effort in, and you're keeping it simple. And that's what it is. It's keeping it simple. I don't know if I'm keeping you guys over, because I will talk. Like I said,
you tore it up.
Yeah, I'm over here like, yo, I don't mind talking. It's the first of the month, and like I said, I had a nap. I know Nat's
I love it.
happy right now. He's sitting next to me because I start yelling and screaming and going crazy. And
you did phenomenal. For any of you that don't follow Johnny on Facebook, you go ahead and follow him. And this is why it's so important to get your men distributors in the man cave, so they can follow this guy or others like him that are just on fire and have a wealth of knowledge to share. So you absolutely tore it up tonight. Tore it up. Phenomenal.
Absolutely. I'm on fire.
We gave the 10-minute warning at 9:50, saying, the 9:50 saying, all right, 10 minutes left. Any questions? And you gave us an extra half hour of bonus material, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome. Tthank you so much. I know somebody asked, what's your YouTube channel?
Johnny Jumpman. You can find me under Johnny Jumpman under everything. Instagram is Johnny _Jumpman, and then Snapchat's Johnny Jumpman 36. Okay. But I have all my channels are posted on my Facebook, and yeah, I've been uploading videos to YouTube like crazy. Everyone's like, bro, where's your YouTube channel? I'm like, I guess I gotta do a YouTube channel. It makes sense for sure.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And any other questions that you guys have, you can find Johnny on his pages and stuff too. So thank you so much, and everybody else, we will see you guys next week.
Green
Very good.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody.
Good night.